Good morning, Jim Hodges here, Xena here. Xena is a German Shepherd, came in for our residency training program. She's approximately 6 months old. Very good girl, very smart girl, pretty happy. She came in, she was a little anxious, a little timid, a little unsure. I believe the biggest thing that she needs with obedience and leadership is to be able to feel confident in her leader, okay? Obedience is a wonderful way to do that, because when we ask her to do a command, she must do it then. And then she begins to respect us because we demand that. Then once she starts understanding that we're in control, we can introduce her to new things and have her feel confident in meeting new things. She was unsure around the dog, she was unsure around us, but she grew right out of it. I tell people, although there are some critical periods in a puppy's development that we have to get out and socialize, socialization should be taking place all through her life. Proper socialization, not putting her in a socialized position where she could become even more afraid, but when those situations occur, slowly introducing with keeping her safety at the forefront at all times. Okay? So we're going to go through obedience. Let's see what happens. If she does it right, I'm going to praise her. If she doesn't, I'm going to bite her. You people know that I believe that being her leader is the utmost of importance. Dog communication is physical first before anything else. Taste, bark, smell, the physical touch. Two dogs together that like each other, they're not sitting there just talking. They're running, jumping, bumping, biting, being very physical. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to make sure that our physicality does not intimidate, dominate, break her spirit, hurt her, or have her fear us, okay? And then we're going to way off shoot that, overbalance that with praise. All right, you ready, sweetheart? Let's go. Listen to my tone. We're going to be walking on a leash. Atta girl. Important to praise her and let her know that she's doing what we ask. Her job is to walk with me on a leash right now. One day she could walk further away from me if that's what you want. But now she needs to know we're in control. Good girl. We need to be a presence with her. So she's going to be right here in our let's go. It's important that when we're walking with a slack leash, okay? We don't want it tight. When we're tight, we're actually pulling her and doing the work for her. When it's loose, she's having to think about what we want. Then when she is walking loose right here, we want to praise her, okay? At the sit, she was a little unsure before, so we really overcompensate with the praise, okay? If she started to go out in front of me, keyword started. If she started to go this way, if she started to lag behind, our job would be to tap the leash back to our side, right here. That's why we hold the leash right here, okay? Is to tap. Again, not to yank and not to pull, but to tap so she can think about what's going on. Again, listen to my tone. Look how she's watching me. She did not do this that well in the beginning. Let's go. Atta girl. So we're right back to let's go. Sit. Good. Hand signal for sit. Now, when I ask her to sit, she must sit. If she did not sit just then, I would have taken the leash. No, I tap. No, sit. All right? And then I would have come back and praised her even if I bit her. If she's in this sit command right now and was to pop up, I would reach out and tell her, no sit. If she makes a mistake once, she's going to make a mistake over and over again. You as a dog trainer need to be ready for when your dog breaks a command consistently so you can get out in front of it. Great. Atta girl. Good girl. So you notice I broke her. I stepped back away from her, okay? And when I stepped away, she came to me tail wagging, wanting to be pet and loved. I love to give my release command with the dog when they're working. Step away, them come to me, and I'll pet them. If a dog doesn't want to do that in the beginning, I'll have a toy or I'll have a little treat or something like that to encourage them to do it. By the way, I have trained her in both English and my German commands with her. I'm going to be sprinkling those in as we're training as well, okay? So she knows both. Let's go. See? Good girl. Atta girl. Good, so we're back to let's go. Good girl. I did not tell her let's go, but she was ready to go. Let's go. Or voraus, which is my let's go German command. All right, sit. Good girl. You notice I keep moving at times. The reason I keep moving is to teach her to listen to my command, watch my hand signal, and not follow my body all the time. Here we go. Plots. Good girl. Down command from in front. When I tell her to down, she must down. If she didn't down, I would reach right up under her neck, take the leash. No. Buoy. Down. Plots. Okay? Good girl. And then I'm going to pray. She's watching me. Good girl. Let's do a push-up. Plots. Girl. Good girl. Right. Good. So I asked her to down. She downed. If she didn't, this is her head. I would have gone, buoy, down. No, down. Right to the ground, okay? That was from in front. From the side, plots. Good girl. We have our down again. No, down. So you notice the praise that time was going to encourage her to come back up. I bid it. That's probably one of the things we have to worry or be aware of with Xena. Sometimes she wants to break a command when we go to praise her. Be aware of that. Know that she's going to do it and try to interrupt it. So she learns over the long term that down means down. Of course, she has to hold it here, okay? I don't want her smelling the ground when we're walking, when we're in a down or in the sit command. She has to hold it. And then I'll step away, and when I step away, I'll be ready for her to get up. If so, I would step in. No, buoy, down, plots, okay? Good girl. Look how she's watching me. She's doing so well this morning. All right, break. Let's go. So the next command that we have is, let's do batten. Batten place is go get on your bed, atta girl. And I think I'm going to reward her for that. Good girl. So I had a treat ready to go. She wasn't working for the treat. I wasn't using the treat as a tease. It was just ready so that I could reward her when she did something that made me feel real good, okay? The place command, lay down, sit down, stand up. I don't care what she does as long as she stays on her bed. She can easily do this a couple of hours at a time. I will give her one of my Hodges Dog Training elk antlers, one of my yak snacks, a regular toy, one of her chewy toys, and let her have it if she wants. She does real good when I put her on her bed and let her have it. I don't give it to her all the time. I sometimes choose to give it to her, okay? But she's willing to do that around our dogs, around our cats. She was a little unsure about our dogs, but our dogs are good dogs. They know I'm the leader. They know that they don't have to dominate and intimidate other dogs that come in. And before long, they're part of a big, happy pack together. Great. Good girl. Let's go. Next thing we want to do, will be the COME command. It takes two forms that I like to talk about. One is on leash, one is off leash. The on leash command, there will be a consequence if she doesn't do it, okay? Off leash, there will not be, at least in what we're training with what we're doing with our clients. The command will be, I'll have a treat loaded up. I'll use a treat probably 200 or 300 times on leash, off leash, and maybe a dozen or so times on leash to begin with. I'll have it in my hand. Here we go. Here. She comes, she sits, she gets paid. Good girl. Notice how I gave her the treat. I don't like to give the piranha mouth. I like her to take it nicely out of my hand. So when kids are around or somebody like that, we don't have to worry about her snapping to get it. So she came, she sat. Good girl. Right. And she held that sit on leash until we were ready to release her. Here. Out of the blue. She wasn't expecting. I told her to hear. I turned around to her. She came to me. Atta girl. Right. Good. So that's what we do. Now, off leash, if you happen to have a dog off leash, and this is so important, especially for a dog. Now, I'm watching her smell. She's not under a command. I have no problem her smelling the ground when we're not working. Where I would have a problem if she started picking stuff up off the ground. If she did that, I would bite her. And I would bite her with the leash, and I would tell her or no when she started to do it, okay? And I would keep an eye on that from that point in time. The off leash now, for you people that have your dogs outside and can't get them to come, it's always easier to start with a puppy. But even when you've had a full-grown dog, if they're motivated by toy, motivated by treats, what I would do, and this is so important, people get confused. They're running around the yard. You've always told them to come. They look at you and say, are you crazy? And they go right on to do what they're doing. What's happening is we teach them that that word, that command from us is something that they don't have to pay attention. More importantly, through environments and scenarios, it starts to teach them the further away we are, the less they have to listen. So the come command I would do off leash is I would get my dog's attention. I would use a toy, I would use a treat, I would do something sort of like this. Let's pretend like she's off leash. Hey Xena, hey, look what I got. And then come as she came. I screwed up. Break. So we're going to do that again. See, even the handlers make mistakes. There's only one perfect being, in my belief, that's ever walked this earth. We're going to make mistakes. She's going to make mistakes. We make mistakes in life, at our jobs, at our relationships. The thing that we should do is note our mistake and try to make it better the next time. So what did I do wrong that time? I got her attention. She started to come to me, but I never gave her the COME command, okay? It's important that I give it to her when she starts to come to me so that I am printing that word, that command, when hopefully she's in a happy state. Hey, Xena. Hey, baby. Come. Good girl. Atta girl. Good girl. Break. So that's how I would do that. Now, off leash, on leash, I want her to come right here and sit. Off leash, it's up to you what you want. My big goal is to get them to come to me and I pet them and love them. When I do pet them and love them, I want to make sure that I break them if they think they're in a command or whatever may be the case. Also, when they come to me, I'm never going to do anything off leash when they come to me that could be construed as a negative impulse or a correction or a consequence. It's always positive. If you need to get on her, go get her. But when she comes to you, it's happy days. Let's go. Good girl. Next thing is to load up. She's a German Shepherd. Dogs need to learn how to get up in their cars and trucks. I use the load up command. I use load up, and for the German version, I use hup. Okay, baby. Load up. Hup. Up. Come on. No, hup. Load up. That's a little hard to do. Our stump is getting more and more decomposed. Great. Good girl. But we come back and get it done. See? Next is the heel command. The heel command is an exaggerated box around my side, or to my side, around her. Her job is to try to stay in that box. My job is to help keep her in that box. So I don't make crazy turns and then stop, because if I make a crazy turn, she can't anticipate it. She has to react to what I do. And when she does react, she needs to come back and stop beside me. Watch this. Boost. We're right here. She's side, and now she should stop and sit. Good girl. And hold that sit until I release her. Here we go again. Heel. Right back around. Watch me step off. See how she's reacting to come back in? Good girl. We stop. She sits. Good girl. I'm proud of her. The only other command that we have would be the stay command. And the stay command, people ask me, just had someone ask me yesterday, when I ask my dogs to down or sit, don't I ask them to stay? No, my down or sit is powerful enough to get a dog to sit or down and hold it, okay? If I want them to stay, and I do use the command, that means pack your bags, you're going to be there a while. So what is my definition of a stay? If I was going to put a dog into a down and want them to stay there for a while, more than a minute, more than 2 minutes, it would be down or plots and stay, or bleib for German, okay? Good girl, she was listening. Break. And then I would expect them to stay. If they got up and moved off, I would get my leash in the beginning, if they had a leash on, and tap them back. No, 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 no. Repeat the command and repeat the stay command, and then go back to doing what I want to do. Same with the place command. If she gets off of the bed or doesn't go to the bed, I'm going to tap that leash back to the center of the bed. I'm going to tell her no and bite, no and bite. My bites are, again, never designed to intimidate or dominate. They are always a tap and they're not a pull. The tap is always in the direction I want them to go. And when I tap the leash, I try to do my best to say no or at the same time. Primary reason I do that is dogs here know from an early age, and they actually learn to ignore no at an early age because they hear the word and there is no physical action. If you go back to my beliefs about dogs living in the physical world, they expect the physicality with who they're reacting to. That's why we come back and go no and tap, or we praise and good girl. I hope that helps. If you need me, you pick up the phone, 336-945-3232. You can find me at JimHodgesDogTraining.com. You can find me on Facebook, Jim Hodges Dog Training. I appreciate it. I'm here forever. I don't care if it's 2 years from now. If you have a question or concern, all you got to do is call me. And as long as God has me on this earth, you can come to me and there's not a charge. I want her to have a great life with you. I want you to be able to do things with her. See, obedience is a wonderful way to be able to take our dog out in the world and know what to expect. Thank you so much. Take care.